What's up, everybody, and welcome to Winnipeg Hockey Talks YouTube channel. Mitch Kasprick is here with today's Winnipeg Jets playoff odds update. Take it away, Mitch.
Good morning, Jets fans. And as Claude Noel used to say, there's no joy in Jetsville today. Man, the team is, I would actually say they've hit rock bottom. I don't think I've ever seen them this bad. It's their worst stretch since becoming Jets 2.0. 0-6-3 in their last 9 games. 3 points out of a possible 18. Not going to get it done. Overall record is 15-21-4. And they're 9 points out of a wild card, which is, it's a lot of points because you got so many teams to climb over. And they're basically in last place in the NHL, so that's not good. Let's go right to the chart because this the graph is very telling. Just look at that. It's that's 9.4%, boys and girls. What do you say about that? Not good. Still got 42 games left in the season, though. But the thing is, it's still the same guys making the same mistakes, and I guess it was 2 years ago, some unknown player in the NHL called us frauds, and it looks like he wasn't wrong. It just took him a President's Trophy year to happen next, and then this year. But I've said all along, I like the team. But I did not think we could ever win a Stanley Cup with our blue line as it is. And the scary part is it's starting to, the bad play is even reaching up the food chain to Josh and Samberg. I thought Samberg was absolutely abysmal last night in Ottawa. And that's very unlike him. He really he's been on and off. And we've seen him play enough good hockey to know that this is not a one-off because it's been more than one game, but it's an aberration in a sense because he's pretty solid. But he just hasn't been the same since coming back from that injury, and which is basically the whole season. He missed. It was a preseason injury and ran into the season. But yeah, Josh is starting to make mistakes now. And everybody's just pressing, and this is Chevy's mess. It's all on Chevy. I know Arneal looks like a beaten man. He's really pissed me off with a lot of his stuff. But I'm going to tell you, bottom line, it's not his fault. I don't think there's any coach in the world. Maybe Bones could get back in here and rattle him a little bit, but. This is Chevy's mess, and he started it in the offseason with a bunch of poor signings. He started it a couple of years ago with some really bad extensions. And I'll even go as far to say he's his captain. That's too much money for too much term, and this is what he does. He did it with DeMello. DeMello was already well past his best before date, and he slapped on another 4 years. Not good. So it's like I said, Chevy's done a lot of good things, but he's done a lot of not so good things, and he's done a lot of good extensions and some bad extensions. It seems like you got to almost overpay or give guys too much term to stay here. It's a philosophy that's not working for this franchise. We're 16 years in, and we're basically not basically. Right now, we're a lottery team. So let's figure it out, Mr. Chipman. It's not all those coaches that we ran through. It's what's the common denominator, and it's your GM. It's just not. I'm not even saying he's a bad GM. I'm sure he's done a pretty good job considering the market he's in. Winnipeg is a tough place. It's a tough sell for free agents. Again, you lose a couple or whatever, it hurts. So basically, Chevy's having this big presser next week. Maybe it's a presser to announce that he's stepping down, or there's no way him and Chipman are attached at the hip. Probably gets a promotion, and then they got to bring in some fresh minds with a different direction, because once again, we're wasting another year of Helly, another year of Morrissey, another year of the top line. Our prospects don't seem to be getting any closer. It's just a shit show from start to top to bottom. So, and like I say, the one common denominator is the GM. Just a thought here. Since we're sitting down there at 9.4%, what I'm going to do is I'm going to back off on these updates. I'm going to say, I'll still do the weekly ones on the live show and in the article, but it doesn't make any sense to keep on pounding out the stats after every regular season game when they're so far back. Let's let them climb back into contention if they're going to. If they get it up into the 30s, then we'll start, focusing in on game by game. And the thing is, there's 42 games left. Being an optimist, that's plenty of time to get back into it. But I don't know how they get back into it without making any changes. And I'm talking on the roster. Like, we have to bring in some scoring. It's easy for me to sit here and spend Mark Shipman's money. You can't buy these guys out. What you can do is you can just outright release them, put them on waivers, don't recall them, and I'm not sure exactly what happens. But let's get some fresh blood in here, make some trades. Maybe you got to start looking at selling off some prospects and some picks in hockey trades, not these rental crap where we keep on spending first rounders and second rounders and the guys are gone in 6 months. We need a hockey trade. Chevy's got some work to do, and the only reason I say that in the present tense is because there's no way Chipman's firing him. So I'm gonna go that we're going with the status quo for life, and it's up to Chipman and Cheveldayoff to dig this team out of this shit show they got them in right now. And I don't want to do 42 games hoping for Gavin McKenna. That's not what this is about. We need to be better, play better. So there's I can't cheer for losing. I don't care. I just don't. I don't care. That's not in my interest. And although it'd be nice to get a stud young guy like that, there's no guarantees. So let's just say I'm going to keep cheering for the boys to win. We're on a 6-game homestand. We need a minimum 4 wins, 8 to 9 points to sort of get ourselves back into the hunt. And I'm still optimistic, but until then, I'm going to stick with just the Monday live shows and hope. Just sit here and hope and watch the games and hope they do better. And I know you're with me. There's nobody that really wants to cheer for them to lose. So anyway, thanks for spending some time with me and listening to my little rants and my BS here. Really enjoy doing these, and I hope they can get back into 30-35% so I can do them after every game again. It's kind of fun critiquing the games, but and until then, I'll say goodbye, and you guys have a good Sunday watching football. Let's hope the boys can do something on this next homestand. We'll talk at you later.